Hi everyone, this is Arohi, and in this video I'll talk about recommendation engines. See, there are different types of recommendation engines, but for today's class I'll discuss about collaborative filtering, or you can say correlation based recommendation engines. Right. So let me explain you this correlation based recommendation engine with the help of this example. So in this picture, this is Mike and this is John, and Mike purchased product A, B and C, and John purchased product B, C and D. So they have similarities in between them, because the product, out of these three products, both of them have purchased three products, but out of those three products they have two products in common. So we can say that Mike should like this D product and John should like this A product, right? So on the basis of that, we can recommend product D to Mike and we can recommend product A to John. So this is how this collaborative filtering works, right? Now let's me explain you the whole process using one practical use case, right? So the data on which I am working today is a books data set. We will be recommending books, right? So using this collaborative filtering means we for this today's class we will be using collaborative filtering to recommend books to users. So this is the data set. So I have read the data set first of all, and I'm just showing you the first few records of this data set. So what we have is book ID, genre of book, name is a book name, author, this is the author name, average rating for that particular book, number of ratings, user ID, user rating, and the description about the book. So this is a data set on which we want to work today. So I have read this data set in a datas variable, and over here I'm just showing you the name column, book name column and head, right? So this is giving me the first 5 book names from the data set. And then over here, see, this step is very important. Over here, what I'm doing over here is I have a variable with the name of user rating, and in this variable I'm creating a pivot table. See, pivot table. So why I'm creating this pivot table? Because using this pivot table we can work would be easy actually. So let me show you how to create this pivot table and what is the need of this pivot table, right? So this is pivot table, and then we are passing data to it. So I've just shown you, like in a datas variable we have read our data set, right? So our data set is present in datas variable, right? So we are passing data to pivot table. Over here, values equals to user rating. So user rating is a column in a data set, right? So values rating. So okay, if you'll see these nan values and in somehow in between you'll see some numbers also. These are the ratings. So means these values, which are these all values are because in values we have given user ratings. So these values are user ratings. And over here you'll see that user ID is acting as an index, and book's name, this name is a column name, right, in which we have different books. So these are the different books name, which books names are working as a columns and user IDs are working as a index, and in between we have user ratings. So this is what we did. In index we have user ID and in columns we have book name, right? And then I have I'm just showing you, I'm printing the results. So I'm printing this user rating, and dot head means I want to see the first 5 records. So over here you can see like this. So these are the different users, these are the different books, and these are the different ratings. So let me explain you in a more deeper way. 295 is a user ID, right? So over here we have nan. Why we are having nan? And the book name over here is Into the Wild. That simply means the user ID this hadn't read this book, right? Or that particular user hadn't reviewed this book, right? And then this particular user 295 hadn't even read this book, so that's why there is a missing value. So in this way, if you'll see this whole line over here, you will see 2.0. 2.0 is a rating given by user 295 to this book, this particular book. Understood? So this is how we are checking the results. Now if you see the second record, user number 397, he hadn't reviewed the first book, he hadn't reviewed this book also, but he reviewed this book and he had given 3.0 rating to this particular book, and then he had given 5 rating to this book. So this is how, this is the benefit of creating a pivot table. We can analyze the data easily, right? So now this pivot table is stored in user rating. Now the next step is, what I'm doing over here is, now I want to know the number of ratings book wise, right? What I want is, I want to get the average rating for books, right? So that's why I'm grouping it. So data is a variable name in which we have a data set. Group by, I want to group the data. Which data I want to group? I want to group the number of ratings on the basis of book names, right? What we want to do? We want to group number of ratings on the basis of books, and then we are calculating mean of it, and then I'm printing the results. So when I'm printing the results, so this is what we are getting. So book name, in this side we are having book name, and in this side we are having number of ratings for every book. Now I want to see like which book has highest rating, or I want to see the top 10 books with the highest rating. So simply what you can do, you can you can sort the values. So sort underscore values is a ready-made method which is available in pandas. So in rating variable we have this whole data. So in this rating variable I'm applying this sort value method, right? And I want to sort the data in descending order, and after sorting the data in descending order, I want to see the first 10 records. So this is what we are getting. So these are the 10 books which have highest number of rating. So see, this is also a good way you can see these are the most popular book. Why these are the most popular books? Because these books have been rated the most. So even you can make one recommendation on the basis of popular books. So these are the popular books, right? But today, as I've just told you, what I'm going to show you today is correlation based recommendation engine, right? So now I'll show you how to perform, how to use that correlation based recommendation engine. I'll explain you the whole process by working on a single book, right? Then you can apply the same method for the whole book, whole data set. So over here in title variable, I have read the book. I have written the book name. So this is the name of a book. Let me show you this name, The Best American Essays of the Century. So you can see this book. Okay. So this is actually present in a data set. So this is not visible over here, but you can, what I have done is I've just copied one book from here and I'll paste it over there, right? So this is one book in our data set. All right. So in title variable, I have put one book, right? Now I want to see like what all different rating this particular book get, right? So for that, if you remember in user underscore rating variable, I have created a pivot table, right? So what I'm doing is I'm applying that pivot table on this variable. Which variable? This variable. In this variable we have this book. So what will we get is, it will tell us what different users have rated this book, right? And then we are printing the results. Dot head means we want to see the first 5 results. And if you'll see in the first 5 records, we are getting nan values. So why we are getting nan values in the first 5 records? So these are the IDs. If you remember, see over here, we have ID 295 and 397. So let me show you that user rating. So in user rating, if you remember, see user number 295, 396. So these are the users, right? So that simply means the book which I have written in that title column, that particular book hasn't been read by these particular people, right? So if you want to see, let me remove this head and print it out. So you can see that this user number 24560, have read this book and he has given have rated this book as 3.0. And if you scroll down, and you can see that user number 3470, user with the ID, this ID, have read this book and given this rating, and then this user have given this rating. But we have lots of nan in between. So I'll tell you in next few minutes how to deal with these nan values, right? But right now, what I'm trying to show you is, like, using the pivot table which I've created above. We are writing that variable name over here in which we have created the pivot table, and then in square bracket I'm writing the book name on which on the basis of which I want to find the recommendations, right? So we have performed this much. Now the next step is we want to find the relation, correlation. See, correlation, see, we can find similarities between the products or similarities between the books on the basis of, there are different formulas. So the formula which I am using today is to finding the similarities between the products, similarities between the books is Pearson correlation formula. And in pandas we have method with the name of Corwith. This Corwith method simply means this is finding a similarities between the products, right, on the basis of Pearson. It will perform the Pearson similarity formula, and it will give us the similar books. So what we are doing is user rating. In this variable we have a pivot table. Basically this is a data frame kind of thing, this is a matrix, right? So over here I've written also. So user rating is a matrix, right, of users and books rating, right? And we are correlating it with this book user rating. Means we are applying this formula for this particular column, and we will get the similar books, right? Then I'm printing it. When you'll print it, you will again get lots of nan values because everybody hadn't read that particular book, right? So the next thing which I'm doing over here is, similar to book is a variable in which we have similar books, but over here we have lots of nan values. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm applying drop NA. Drop NA means drop all the missing values because we don't want missing values, right? And I'm storing the results in core book. Now I'm printing this core book dot head. So now this is showing us the correlation values. See, these are the correlation values for these books. So means the book which we have in the title variable, this book, The Best American Essays of the Century, this book have this much correlation with these books. So see the Pearson correlation, the values lies between +1 and -1. +1 means the highest similarity, this product is very much similar, and -1 means not similar, right? So what we can know from here is this book Beyond Courage and The Fish Tale have the highest similarities with the book which we have written in the title column, right? So now over here what I'm doing is, again what I'm doing is, see, when you see over here, so we hadn't performed any ascending order or descending order, right? So it is just showing me the first 5 record of the correlation. When we have calculated correlation, so it is just showing the first few records of correlation. But what we want is, we want to get the records which have highest correlation. So what we can do, so again I'm sorting the data in descending order. So means we'll get the highest values on the top, and head 10, that means we want to get the top 10 highest similar books, right? So this is what we are doing. So these are the top 10 books which are similar to the book which we have written in the title column, right? So now let me copy this book Okay, where is the title column? Okay, so this was the book. Let me copy this book from here, copy, and I have made a Flask application, and over here you can see I have performed different recommendations methods. So today we have studied correlation based recommender. So I have clicked on it, and let me paste that book name over here and submit. So this will give you the top 5 books which are similar to the book which we have written in the this particular column. See, for if you want to know like how I've made this Flask application, you can comment me in the comment section, then I can share the front end code with you also. So I hope this made you clear how to run this correlation based recommendation engine. So correlation based, so in the whole code you can see that I have used one formula for this correlation, and that formula is core with. This core with formula will perform Pearson similarity, right? And will give you the output. And what this correlation based recommendation is, like if user like this product and this user like this product, they have similarity in between them, then we can, recommend them the product on the basis of their similarity. So if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.